This is our fourth production in this incarnation of Seaside High Romeo. So to tell you a little bit about our program, hi folks, welcome, come on in. To tell you a little bit about our program, Seaside High had theater for quite a few years, until I believe 2015, their teacher, Kathy Jacobs, retired, and with her, they folded the program. This room right in there, which had been a large classroom converted into a theater, was unconverted back into a classroom, and they didn't rehire a new teacher or anything like that. There was no theater at Seaside High until a small group of theater students formed a drama club, and they started knocking on the door of the principal's office and asking for a teacher. They met after school outside, played improv games, and they wanted somebody who could give the program a little more direction, and that's when I was asked to come and join. And ever since that time, I've been just falling more and more in love with the students, with this school, with the theater that we can do here. And I did want to quickly acknowledge that there are a few students who have been in all four Seaside High Dramatic Arts productions in the past year and a half with me. That is Jezebel Mama Clay, Vanessa Valenzuela, and Luz Rodriguez. I think those are our three who've been in every production so far that we've done, and many more were in the original drama club that you heard about. But what we want to do here is have another theater again, not just a classroom with a few lights, but really a working theater so that you all don't have to sit out in the cold like this, so that we don't have to take all this down and put it back up every night, but so that we can have a space where theater has a home in Seaside High. So, you can help us with that, of course, by purchasing concessions and giving a cash donation if you can. That helps us immensely. But we also have an opportunity right now for a grant kind of funding from the Monterey County Gives program. They take the money and I believe they invest it so that there's like a 7% return on top of it. But the money all comes from community donations. And I believe we just passed the $3,000 threshold. Woo! We've raised $3,000, but we could do so much more with more than that. So if you can give even a donation of $5, or if you have rich friends who could give much bigger donations, please give them a call and send them to this link. It's on the back of your program. If anybody needs a program, I have a few extras. It's there for the Monterey County Gives Foundation. Let's see, what else? Oh, here's a few more people. These students have been working on this play, Romeo and Juliet, with me since August 18th is when we had the auditions. And they also are the ones who built the set. We've got students running all of the sound and lights and all that. And this really couldn't be created without them. I'm really just the person who kind of tries to pull the strings and arrange it, but they are what makes it happen. We started out with the full Shakespeare text, Romeo and Juliet. I went online, found the full, complete text, copied and pasted it into a document that was 200 pages long. And in the theater, they kind of say that with a script, about 1 page equals about 1 minute. So we did not want to sit through 200 minutes of Shakespeare. So we started cutting, and what I wanted to do was make it a nice condensed show where we just kept the essentials, and we kept all of the scenes are still in the play. Pretty much all of the characters are still in the play, but we cut those 200 pages down to only 50, and so it moves much quicker. It's quick, fast-paced. There's no intermission, like I said, and so hopefully it'll be over in a blink of an eye. Or maybe not. Hopefully it lasts all night and our fingers and toes stay attached. Okay, anything else I want to say to you? I guess just the last thing is that oftentimes we question whether Shakespeare, this old dead white dude who was writing 400 years ago, whether his writing, his drama, his plays are still relevant or important for us to be doing, for us to be telling these stories. And I want to just set the scene for you a little bit. So Romeo and Juliet come from two different families, the Capulets and the Montagues. And this family feud between the Capulets, that's Juliet's family, they're all in red, you'll notice, and the Montagues, Romeo's family, all in blue. The rivalry between them goes back so many generations, so many hundreds of years that nobody really remembers how it started or why they hate each other. They just hate each other. There's a division. Verona is not a place where everybody gets along. It's a place where some people believe one thing and other people believe the opposite. And I think we can sometimes maybe look around at our own world and see often there are similar divisions in our communities or in our world. And these two young people meet despite all that. And in fact, it's their meeting, it's their love, it's these young people going against what the generations before them have told them they're supposed to do or they're supposed to believe, what their parents wish for them to do. They abandon all that. And they abandon their loyalty to the Capulets or to the Montagues in favor of this pure and special future opportunity for there to be love and peace. And of course, in the world that is so divided, where even just biting your thumb at someone, which is a little more like doing something like that, even just biting your thumb at someone can lead to a bloody sword fight. So it's a world where this division is a life or death situation, and in fact, it's Romeo and Juliet. It's only in their death in love, that their parents' hate ends up being put to rest, and Verona finally comes to peace. So I hope that there's still something we can learn from that story, and I hope that this Shakespeare, even though it's very wordy, I hope that it's the most understandable Shakespeare that you've ever heard, because when we cut all those lines, we tried to keep the ones that were the most clear, the most important, and these students have been working very hard to make sure that their delivery comes across to you. I just want to remind you that live theater, anything can happen, but unlike when you're watching a screen, like in a movie, the actors can sense your presence. They feel you. So if they do something funny and you laugh, they feel that and it energizes them and they'll give more energy back to you. If they do something scary and you gasp, they feel that too. And the energy exchange between the audience and the actors really is the most magical part of doing theater, I believe. So do not be shy. You laughed, you can cry, and I hope you enjoy the performance. So without any further ado, please give a warm round of applause for the cast of Romeo and Juliet.
Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona where we lay our scene.
Coronation grudge! Pray, should you mutiny?
Where civil blood makes civil hands up.
Forge the fair alliance of these two foes,
Their parents star-crossed lovers take their life.
whose misadventured, piteous overthrows do with their death bury their parents' strife.
Through the fearful passage of their death-sparked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which their children said not good or will.
It is now the 2-hour traffic of our stage.
Though we should be with patient ears attend.
When years shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
I, while you live, draw your neck out all the collar. A dog of the house of Montague moves me. The quarrels between our masters and us their men.
Draw thy troth, here comes to the house of the Montague. My naked open his lap, quarrel I will back thee. How, turn thy back and run?
Let us take the law of our sides. Let them be.
I will frown as I pass by and let them take it as they list.
Nay, I'll bite my thumb at them, which is disgraceful if they bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us?
So on our side if I say aye.
No.
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir, no. If you do, sir, I am service day witness.
No better. Say better. Here comes my master's kinsman.
Yes, better. You lie. Draw me, you lie.
Hi, fool! Put up your sword! You don't know what you do?
What art thou drawn among these heartless hinds?
Turn thee back, Romeo, look upon thy death.
I do but kill the beast. Put up thy sword, or manage you to part these men.
What drawn and talk of peace? I hate the words I tell all Montagues and thee. Have at thee, coward.
What noise is this? You my longsword hoe. My sword, I say. Old monsters come and noise is straight inside of me.
Thou villain Capulet!
Valiant subjects! Enemies of peace! Will they not hear? What ho, you men, you beasts! Throw your mistempered weapons to the ground and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls bred up in every word by the old Capulet and Montague has thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your life shall pay for the forfeit of the peace. For this time all men depart away. You Capulet shall go along with me, and you Montague come you this afternoon. Once more on pain of death, all men depart.
Who sent this ancient quarrel new approach? Speak, nephew. Were you by when it began?
Here were the sermons of adversary. In yours, close fighting, ear did approach. Ardor to part them, but fiery table came with his sword prepared. While interchanging thrusts and blows, came more and more, and fought part on part. To the prince came, who parted either part.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not in this fray.
Uncle, an hour before the worship sun peered forth the golden window of the east, so early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was aware of me, and stole into the covert of the wood.
Many morning hath it there been seen, with tears augmenting fresh morning dew, and the clouds more clouds of steep sighs. Away from the light still swung my heavy sun. In private his chamber pens himself, shuts up his windows and locks fair daylight out, and he makes himself an artificial night.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it, nor can learn from him. Could we learn from hence the sorrows grow? We will willingly give cure as snows.
See, where he comes, so please step aside. I'll know his grievance or much denied. Good morrow, cousin.
The day is so young.
When you struck night,
I mean, I never seen long. Now my father went hence so fast.
he was. What sin is infant's Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love?
Out.
Of love?
Out of fear, for I am in love. Who me what fray was here? Much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, oh brawling love, oh loving hate? This love feel I, feel no love in this. For what, my cuz?
Saw, I'll go along. But if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
Tuts, I have lost myself. I am not here. This is not Romeo. He is some other where.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty to thine eyes. Examine other beauties.
He that striking blinds cannot forget the precious treasure of his eyesight lost. Farewell, thou cannot teach me to forget.
Ugh.
Montague is bound as well as I. Penalty alike. It is not hard, I think, for men as well as we, to keep the peace.
Of honorable reckoning are you both. Pity 'tis you lived out for so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
My child is a stranger in the world. She hath not seen a change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers go there in their pride. Everyone think her right to be a bride.
Younger than she, our happy mother's maid.
And to early martyr those are early made. But woo her, gentle Paris. Get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part. And she agree with her scope of choice, as my consent and fair according ways. instead of holding all the custodies, whereto I have invited many guests, such as I love and you. One more, most welcome, makes my number. Come, go with me.
What, Romeo? Art thou mad?
Not mad, but bound, one of the madman is. Shut up in prison, kept on my food, whipped and tormented. What's that? House of the great rich captain. If you be not a Montague, I pray, come gush a cup of wine tonight.
In the same ancient feast of Capulet steps the fair Rosaline, whom thou so lovest. With all the admired beauties of Verona, compare her face to some that I shall show. And now make me think thy swan a crow.
I will go with thee, no such sight to be showed, but to rejoice in the splendor of my own.
Where's my daughter? Call her to me.
What lamb? What lady? God forbid was this. What Juliet?
How now? Who calls?
Your mother.
Madam? I am here. What is your will? This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I have remembered you. Thou hearest our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age unto an hour.
She's not 14.
I'll lay 14 in my teeth, and yet to my teeth be it spoken, I have but 4. She is not 14. How long is it till Amistad?
A fortnight in that.
'Tis since the earthquake now 11 years since she was weaned, while the days the year upon that day.
Enough of this, I pray thee, hold thy peace.
Peace I have done. God mark the disgrace, that was the prettiest babe that I ever nursed, and I wish to see thee married once. I have my wish.
Mary, that Mary is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, Dr. Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married? It is an honor that I dream not of. Well, think of marriage. Younger than you, here in Verona, ladies of esteem are already made mothers. The valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady, such a man, why, he is a man of wax.
Verona summer hath not such a flower.
In faith, a flower, a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast, and find delight, right there with beauty's test. Speak briefly. Can you like a Paris's love?
I'll look to like if looking liking move, but no more deep blind dart mine eye than your consent gives us strength to make it fly.
Go girls, seek happy nights to happy days.
Give me a torch from Naphtali's anvil. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Ah, nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dead.
Not I, believe me. Yeah, that's the truth within both souls. I have a soul full of lead that stakes me to this ground. Under love's a burden do I sing.
If love be rough with you, be rough with her. Prick love for pricking you will be loved down. Give me a case of my image. Advisor.
Do you mean love going to this mask? This is not wit to go.
Now why may one ask?
I dreamed the dream tonight.
And so did I.
But what was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
If then sleep only do dream things true.
Oh then, I see Queen Mab having with me. She is a fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an elder man. And at this stage, she gallops night by night through lovers' brain, and then they dream of love. Or courtiers' knees who dream of courtesy straight, or lawyers' fingers who straight dream on fees, or ladies' lips who straight on kisses dreams, which on the angry mad with blister plagues, because their breasts with sweetmeats tainted are. Sometimes she drive over a soldier's neck and dream he of cutting foreigners' throats, drums in his ear which he starts and waits. And then, being thus frightened, swears a prayer to him, and then sleeps again. That is that very matter. That is she.
Please, Mercutio, please. Thou talks of nothing.
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin as substance as the air.
This wing you talk of, fools us for yourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
Fear too early for my mind misgives. Some consequences yet hanging in stars shall bitterly begin this fearful day. The night's revels and the expired term of a despised light closing my breast, as some vile forfeit of untimely death.
Welcome, gentlemen. Ladies have the toes untied with horns. So how about with you? Aha, my mistresses. Put it, girls.
Ladies doth the daughter wish to hand during the night.
I do not know, sir.
Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. Beauty too rich for earth to hear. To my heart love till now, for swear at sight, I have never seen true beauty till this night.
This wise boy should be a Montague. Fetch me my rapier, boy. What dares the slave? Now by the stock and honor, my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
Wherefore stormy so, kinsman?
Tis a Montague or foe, but villain that hither comes to spite.
Then Romeo, is it?
Tis he that killed Romeo.
Then leave him, cuz. Let him alone. And to say truth, for on the brass of us we are virtuous and will govern you.
It fits when such a villain is a guest, I'll not endure him.
Am I the master here, or you? Go to, you'll not endure him. God shall mend my soul, you make communion among my guests.
I will withdraw because the Trojan shall now seeming sweet convert to inner God.
If I appropriate with my worthiest hand, the holy shrine, the gentle find in this, my lips two blushing pilgrims ready stand, to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, he do wrong your hand too much. For saints have hands the pilgrim's hands do touch. And palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saint lips and holy palmers too?
I, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
And dear saint, her lips do what hands do, they pray.
You kiss by book.
Madam!
Nurse?
What is her mother?
Married bachelor, her mother's the lady of the house.
She a count. Oh dear count, my life is my foe's debt.
Romeo, wait, be gone! The sport's at the best!
I so I fear, the more is mine rest.
Come hither, nurse. What is yon gentleman that goes out of door? Go ask his name and if he be married.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate. Too early seen unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth of love that is to me, that I must love a loathed enemy.
Can I go forward when my heart is here?
Romeo! My cousin Romeo! He ran this way in this orchard wall! Call good Mercutio!
Romeo! Madman! Passion! Lover! Speak one rhyme and I am satisfied. Cry I may but pronounce but love and dove. He moved not, he stir not, he heareth not.
And if he heareth thee, thou wilt anger him. Come, he hath hid himself among these trees, to be consorted by a humorous night.
Farewell, Romeo. I'll to my tuckled bed. This field bed is too cold for me to sleep in. Come, shall we go?
Go then, for it is in vain to seek him here that he is not to be found.
He jests at scars and never felt a wound. But soft, the light through yonder window breaks. It is the east and Juliet is the sun. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. I will answer it. I am too bold, it's not to me she speaks. To the fairest stars in all the heavens, having some business to entreat her eyes, twinkle in their spheres to then return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as they like doth the lamp. Her eyes in heaven, through the air rich and stream so bright, that the birds would sing and think we're not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand? Now we're glove upon that hand, that I may touch that cheek.
Ay me.
She speaks. You speak again, bright angel.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be but sworn, my love, I will no longer be a Capulet.
Shall hear more, shall speak of this.
'Tis with thy name that is my enemy. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What is any name? In that which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called. Romeo doth thy name, and for thy name that is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me beloved, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I will never be Romeo.
I have not yet heard 100 words from that tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo, any Montague?
Neither fair saint, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me and wherefore. The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place deck, considering who thou art. If any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings that outperch these walls, where stony limits cannot hold love out.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
I have nights built to hide me from their sight. But thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate, than death promoted of wanting thy love.
Oh, dost thou love me? Oh, gentle Romeo, and dost thou love me, pronounce it faithfully. In fair truth, dear Montague, I am too fond.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear.
Oh, do not swear by the moon, the inconsistent moon that monthly changes in a circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Well, do not swear at all. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too sudden, too unadvised, too much like the lightning, which ceased to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet good night.
Wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
In exchange of thou's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Juliet!
I hear some noise within. Sweet Montague, speak true.
Oh, blessed night, I have feared. Being the night, all this is but a dream. Too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Montague, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage. Send me word tomorrow, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
Bye, I come. Tomorrow will I send?
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse of wanting thy light. Love goes towards love as schoolboys from their books. Love from love towards school with heavy looks.
Psst, Romeo!
What's here?
I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Well, let me stand here till thou remember it.
To have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow, that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Where I will sleep in peace, so sweet to rest. Hence I'll go to my ghostly father's cell, his help to crave and my tear have to tell.
The grey-eyed morn smiles on the crowding night, checkering the eastern cloudless streaks of light. And must have filled this osier cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious true flowers. Oh, mickle is the powerful grace that lies in herbs, stones, plants, and their true qualities. Within the infant rind of this small flower, poison hath residence and medicine power. For this, being smelt, that part cheers each part. Being tasted, slays all senses of the heart.
You, moral father?
Benedicte, where comes so sweet salute? The unspended Argus, his tempered head. So soon to bid me morrow shall I beg? Or if not, here I hear right. Our Romeo hath nothing to bed tonight.
That last is true, the sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin, was thou with Rosaline?
Rosaline? Let go see father know. I have forgotten that name and that name from home.
That's my good son, but where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee ere ask me again. I have been feasting with my enemies when a sudden hand, one had wounded me.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession fine, but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know my dear heart love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet, as hers on mine, and mine set on hers, all combined, save thou what must combine by holy marriage. I pray that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy St. Francis, what a change is here! Is Rosalind, whom thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? The young men's love then not truly lies in their hearts, but in their eyes.
I pray thee chide not. She whom I love now doth grace for grace and love for love allow. It is not so.
But come, young laborer, come go. In one respect all thy assist be. May this alliance, may so happy prove to turn your house with rancor into pure love.
Oh, let us hence, I stand on sudden haste.
Lively and slow, they stumble that run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Ain't he not home tonight?
Not to his fathers. I spoke with his men. Tybalt, the kinsman of both Capulets, have sent a letter to his father's home.
A challenge on my life.
Romeo won't answer it.
Alas, poor Romeo, he's already dead. Stabbed with a white wench black guy, shot through the ear with a love song. And is he a man that's we call him too?
Why? What is Tybalt?
Oh, only a good king of cats, I tell you. He fights as you sing Greek songs, keeps time, distance, and proportion. Breast meet his middle breast, 1, 2, and the third in your bosom. A duelist, a duelist.
Here comes Romeo! Here comes Romeo!
Ah, Romeo! Bonjour! That is a French salutation to your French love. Why, this is not better than the groaning of love? Now art thou Romeo, now art thou sociable, now art thou what thou art, by art as well as by nature.
Here's goodly gear.
Peter!
None?
My fan, Peter.
Oh, good Peter, to hide her faith, for her fans the fairer faith.
God ye good morrow, gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo?
I am the youngest of that name.
If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
She wouldn't die him to some supper.
I bought a pot so
I
full.
will follow you.
Oh, farewell, ancient lady. Lady.
Marry farewell! I pray you, sir, what saucy merchant was this thou so full of this roguery?
A gentleman nurse that likes to hear himself talk.
I pray you, sir, a word. And as I said before, my young lady bade me inquire you out. But first let me tell you, if ye should enter into a fool's paradise, as they say, it would be a very gross kind of behavior, as they say, where the gentlewoman is young.
Better to buy some means to come to church this afternoon, and then she shall, for I know to self, be shrived in marriage. Here is for thy pace.
Oh, truly, sir, not a penny.
Go to, I say you shall.
This afternoon, sir? Well, she shall be there. Hark ye, sir.
Am I to thy lady?
1,000 times.
Peter!
None?
The clock struck 9 when it did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet with him. Oh, that's not so! Oh, she is lame, unwieldy, slow, heavy, pale as lead. Oh God, she comes. Oh, honey nurse, hast thou met with him? Oh Lord, why lookest thou sad?
I am weary. Give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache.
And would thou hands my bones for thy news? Speak, good nurse, speak.
Jesus, what haste! Can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that.
Well, you know one thing. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo? No, not he. Though his face be better than any man's. And a foot. And a hand. And a body. He's not the flower of courtesy. But I'll warrant him, as gentle as a lamb.
But all this I did know before. What says he of her marriage? What of that?
Lord, how my head aches. What a head have I. It beats as if it'll fall into 20 pieces. Ugh, my back. The other side. My back. Be sure your heart for sending me about to catch my death while jaunting up and down.
In faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Speak, sweet nurse. Speak. What says my love?
Do you have leave to go to church today?
I have.
Then hie you to Friar Lawrence's cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife.
Hie to high fortune. Honest nurse, farewell.
These violet delights have violet ends, and in their child's die like fire and powder, which as they kiss, consume. The sweetest honey is loathsome in its own deliciousness. Therefore, love moderately. Long love doth so. Too swift arrive as tardy as too slow.
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Hi, Juliet.
Come with me, and we'll make short work. For by your leave, you shall not stay alone until the Holy Church incorporate you in one.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day's hot, the capulets abroad, and if we need, we shall not skip abroad. For now, this hot day is the mad blood stirring.
Thou! Why thou with quarrel with a man that hath a hair more, or a hair less, or his beard than thou hast? Thou with quarrel with a man for coughing in the street, because he had awakened thy dog that lay asleep in the sun. Yet thou tutored me for quarreling?
By my head, here come the Capulets.
Oh, by my heel, I do not care.
Is that gentleman a word with one of you?
A word? Couple it with something, make it a word of love.
Mercutio, thou consorts with Romeo.
Consort, while thou make us minstrels, here's my fiddlestick, this shall make me dance.
Here we talk in the public hound of men. Either withdraw to some private place or else depart. Here, all eyes gaze on us.
Ah, men's eyes are made to look and let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure, I.
Well, lucky with you. Here comes my man now. Romeo, the hate I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Still, the reason I have to love thee doth much use thy greeting. Villain, I am done, therefore, farewell. I see thou knowest me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done with me. Therefore, turn and draw.
I do protest I have never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise. And so thou should know the reason of my love, and so could Capulet be satisfied.
Oh, cause is sorrowful, vile submission. Tibble, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives.
I implore you.
You should put thy rapier up. Drop him, Goyo, beat down the weapons. Gentle the shame for grant this outrage. Tibble, Mercutio, Prince expressing half forbidden finally in one sheet. What, Tibble? Come, Mercutio!
Oh, I'm hurt. A plague on full of your houses I am fed. Is he gone to have nothing?
What? Are thou hurt?
I scratch Mary this enough.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot been much.
It is not as deep as a well, nor as wide as a church door, but this enough will serve. As for me, tomorrow you will find a brave man. Oh, devil of both your houses, a dog, a rat, a mouse, a cat to scratch a man's death. Why the devil came you between us?
I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
Help me to some house, Napoleon, or I shall faint. A plague on both your houses. They have made worms meat of me. I have found into your houses.
This gentleman, the prince is near ally. My very friend had gotten hurt under my behalf. My reputation stayed with Tybalt slander. Tybalt, an hour hath been my kinsman. Oh, sweet Juliet. Here comes the fierce Tybalt back again, alive in triumph, with Mercutio slain. Tybalt, take thy villain back that thou late gavest me. For Mercutio's soul is a little ways above our head, staying for thine to accompany him. If thou or I both shall go with him.
Thou wretched boy, the didst contort him here, shalt with the pen.
This shall determine that.
Romeo, away! Be gone! The citizens are up and the most slain! Still not amazed that the priest is doomed to death! If thou art taken, hence, be gone! Away!
Fortune's fool.
Gallop apace, ye fire-footed steeds, towards Phoebus' lodging. Such a wag your speed and whip you to the west. Come, gentle knight, come, loving black-browed knight, and give me my Romeo. And when he shall die, take him and cut him into little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world would be in love with the knight, and pay no worship to that garish son. Oh, here comes my nurse, and she brings news, and any tongue that speaks but Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. I mean, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Oh, well a day. He's dead, he's dead, he's dead. We're done, lady, we're done. Alack the day, he's gone, he's killed, he's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Whoever would have thought it? Romeo?
Hath Romeo slain himself?
I saw the wound, I saw with mine eyes. A piteous corpse, a bloody piteous corpse.
Oh, break my heart, poor bankrupt. Break at once.
Oh, Tybalt, the best friend I had. Courageous Tybalt, honest gentleman, that I ever lived to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Tybalt dead, and is Romeo slaughtered? My dear loved cousin and my dear lord?
Romeo's gone, and Tybalt slain. Romeo that killed him. He is banished.
Hath Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did. Alas, the day it did.
O serpent heart, hid with the flowering face, beautiful tyrant, Cain angelical, a dim saint, an honorable villain.
There's no faith, no trust, no honesty in men. All Persian, all not, all dissemblers. Shame come to Romeo.
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born shame. Upon his brow shame is the shame to sit.
Do you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Ah, poor my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I, 3 hours' wife, have mangled it? Wherefore, villain, thou didst kill my cousin. That villain cousin that would have killed my husband. Back, foolish tears, back to your native spring. Romeo is alive that Tybalt would have slain. And Tybalt is dead that would have slain my husband. All this comfort, wherefore shall I weep then?
Are you to Friar Lawrence's cell? I'll find Romeo to comfort you at night. I'll to him, he is hid out Lawrence's cell.
Oh, find him, and give this ring to my true knight, and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Saw crazy pains in my head that he yet not know.
Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment? Be more merciful, say death. For exile had much more terror, much more than death. Do not say banishment.
Hence from Rome art thou banished, but be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona's walls, or purgatory, torture, hell itself. Thou cuts my head off with the golden axe and smiles upon that stroke that murders me.
O deadly sin, O rude unthankfulness! Thy fault our law called death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, hath brushed aside that black word death, turning it to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
This torture and not mercy? Heaven is here where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog and little mouse and every unworthy thing may live here in heaven, and may look on her. Romeo may not, for he is banished. Flies may do this, but I from this must fly. They are free men, but I am banished. If thou say exile is not death,
let me dispute with thee of thy estate.
Thou cannot speak if thou dost not feel. If thou was young as I, Juliet thy love, and our were married, and Tybalt murder! Then might thou speak. Then might thou tear thy hair, and fall upon the ground as I do, taking the measure of an unsafe grave.
Friar! Arise, good Romeo, hide thyself. Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me in and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Oh, friar, tell me, holy friar, where's my lady's lord?
Where's Romeo? There on the ground in his own tears made drunk.
Oh, he is even in my mistress's case, blubbering and weeping, weeping and blubbering. Stand up, stand! For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand.
What talks of Juliet? How's it with her?
Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps and weeps, and then on Tybalt calls, and more Romeo cries, and down falls again.
As if that name shot from the deadly level of a gun did murder her. This cursed hand murdered her kinsman.
Hold thy desperate hand. Art thou a man? Thy form cries thou art. Thy tears are womanish. Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself, and slay the lady that lives in thee, by doing damned hate upon thyself? What roused thee, man? Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake wast but lately dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy. The law that threatened death becomes thy friend and turns into exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessing lights upon your back. Go get thee to the love as was decreed. Go hence and comfort her. Go before nurse, commend me to thy lady. Romeo is coming.
Oh, what learning is! I'll tell my lady you will come.
How will my comforters revive them?
Good night, go hence. But look that thou stay not till the watchman. For then thou canst cast a man's one, but thou shalt live till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, and beg pardon of the prince, and call thee forth back with 20,000 times more joy than thou went forth in lamentation. Give me thy hand. 'Tis late. Farewell. Good night.
But that a joy past joy calls out to me, or a grief so brief to part with. Farewell.
So unlucky. I have had no time to word daughter. Look you, clever kinsman Tybalt dearly. It is very late. Will not come down tonight.
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow.
To Paris. I will make the best representative of my child's love. I think she will be ruled in all respects by me. I doubt it not. Wife, go to Juliet, ere you go to bed. Acquaint her here my son Paris, love. And bid you mark me on Wednesday next.
What's up?
What day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday. But Wednesday is too soon. Old Thursday let it be. Old Thursday tell her she shall be married to this noble.
My lord, I will that Thursday wear tomorrow.
Old Thursday get you. Go to Juliet ere you go to bed. Prepare her wife, it's his wedding day. For me it is so very, very late. And we may call it early by and by.
It is not yet midday. It was the nightingale, and not the lark. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was a lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, but envy streaks through late silvery cloud of yonder east. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Dawn light is not daylight. I know it, I. Therefore stay yet. Thou needst not to be gone.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I am content, so wilt thou have it so. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is it, my soul? Let us talk. It is not day.
It is. I hence be gone away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune. Be gone, more light and light it grows.
More light and light, and dark our woes.
Madam,
Nurse?
Your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary and look about.
And window, let day in and let life out.
Farewell, one kiss and on descend.
Wilt thou be gone yet so? Love, Lord, I, husband, friend, thou thinkest that we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not, and all these woes shall serve for sweeter course in our time to come.
Oh God, I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see that thou now art below, as one dead at the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookest pale.
Believe me, love, so do you and my eyes. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu.
Oh, daughter, are you up?
Is that my lady mother? She not down so late or up so early.
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? Well, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live, therefore have done. But now I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
In such a needy time, what are they? I beseech your ladyship.
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant young and noble gentleman, the county parish at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
He shall not make me there a joyful bride. I pray you, mother, tell my lord and father that I will not marry yet. When I do, I shall marry Romeo, whom you know I hate.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it at your hands.
How now, consular girl? What, still in tears? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will not. She gives you thanks. I were the fool when married to her grave.
How will she none? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not consider her blessed, unworthy as she is? That her wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
Thanking me no thanking, nor proud me no proud. But go with Paris to church on Thursday next, or I'll drag you in the hurdle thither.
Fie, what are you, mad?
Father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me but to speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch. Tell thee what, get thee to church on Saturday next, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither.
God in heaven bless her, my lord. You're to blame to rate her so.
He's a mumbling fool makes me mad. A gentleman of noble parentage, and to have a wretched meowing fool, a whiny man in her fortune's tender, to answer, I will not wed, I cannot love. Lay a hand on hard advice, and you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. And you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets.
Is there no pity? Sitting in the clouds above that sinks into the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet mother, do not cast me away. Delay this marriage a month, a week, or if thou will not, put that bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
God, oh nurse, how shall this be prevented?
Faith, here it is. Romeo's gone and all the world to nothing. I think it best you married with the county. He's a lovely gentleman. I think you're happy in the second match, for it excels your first, or if it did not, your first is dead. Or twere as good he were, as living here, you no use of him.
Thou hast comforted me marvelous. Go in and tell my lady mother I have gone down to Lawrence's cell to seek confession and to be absolved for displeasing my father.
Marry, I will, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation! O most wicked fiend! Thou henceforward in my bosom shall be twain. Call to the friar to know his remedy, and if all else fails, myself hath the power to die. Oh, shut the door, and when thou hast done so, come weep with me. Past hope, past cure, past help.
Oh, Juliet, I already know thy grief. I hear thou must, and nothing may prevent it. On Thursday next be married to Count Paris.
In thy wisdom thou canst give no help. Then, with this night, I shall help it presently.
Hold, daughter. I do spy a kind of hope. If rather than marry Count Paris, thou hast the will to slay thyself, then it is likely thou wilt undertake a fiend like death to chide away the shame.
Oh, bid me leap from off the battlements of yonder tower, rather than marry Paris, or bid me into a new-made grave, and hide me with a dead man in his shroud.
Hold then, go home, be merry, give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, look that thou lie low. Being then in bed, take thou this vial. This distilled liquor, drink thou off. The roses in thy lips and cheeks shall fade to paly ashes. Thy eye windows all shall stiff and stark and cold appear like death. And in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death, thou shalt continue 42 hours and awakest from a pleasant sleep. Now in the morning when the bird rouses from thy bed, there art thou dead. Thou shalt be born in the same ancient vault where all the kingdom comes. In the meantime thou shalt awake again, and Romeo by my letter shall know our journey. And hither shall he come, he and I will watch thee awake, and that very night shall Romeo bear thee to his mansion.
Oh, Lord, give me strength. Farewell, Father.
How now, my headstrong? Where have you been getting?
Pardon, I beseech you. Henceforward, I am ever ruled by you.
Send for the county and tell him of this. Have this not made up tomorrow morning.
No, not till Thursday. There's time.
Go, wife, we'll to church tomorrow.
Gentle nurse, leave me to myself tonight.
Good night, and get thee to bed, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. My dismal scene, I needs must act alone. Come, vial. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I then be married tomorrow morning? No, no! This shall forbid it. Lie thou there. What if I wait before the time that Romeo come to redeem me? Shall I then be stifled in the vault where all these many years the ancient bones of my ancestors lay? Where bloody Tybalt lies festering in his shroud? Where, as some say, at some hours in the night, spirits resort. Romeo, I come. This I do drink to thee.
Stir. 'Tis 3 o'clock. Look to the baked meats, good Angelica. Spare not for the cost. Go waken Juliet. Go and trim her up. Make haste, the bridegroom is come already. Make haste, I say.
What lamb, what lady, mistress, Juliet, why bride, why love, I say. Fie, you slug of bed. What, dressed? And in your clothes? I must needs wake you. Lady, lady, lady? Alas, alas, help, my lady's dead!
What noise is here?
Oh, lamentable day!
What's the matter?
Look, oh, woeful day!
Oh me, oh my only child, revive, look up, or I will die with thee. Help, call help!
God, let me see her out. Alas, she's cold. Life and these lips have long been separated. Death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field.
Oh, lamentable day!
Oh, woeful time! Now is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. O son, the night before thy wedding day, had death lain with thy wife.
Beguiled, divorced, wronged, spited, slain, O life, O love, not life, O love of death.
Peace, hope! For shame, heaven and yourself had part in this fair maid. Now heaven hath all, and all is the better for the maid. Dry up your tears and stick your rosemary on this fair corpse. And as the custom is, and all her best of air, bear her to the church.
All things the weird and festival turn from their office to black funeral. Our instruments to melancholy bells. Our wedding cheer to sad burial feast. Our solemn hymns to solemn dirge change.
A heart that's been loved, so I'll sing hallelujah. You were an angel, the shape of my mom. When I fell down, you'd be there holding me up. Spread your wings as you.
I dreamt my lady came and found me dead. With such life kisses on my lips, that I revived and was an emperor. I me, how sweet is love self-possessed, and love shadows so rich in joy. News from Verona. How now, Balthazar? Dost thou not bring me letters from the friar? How thus, my lady? How fares my Juliet?
Her body sings in chemicals, Monmouth. Oh, pardon me, sir, for bringing these ill news.
Is it even so? Then I defy you, stars. Get me ink and paper and I will hence tonight.
I do beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks like pale and white remain for some misadventure.
No matter, get thee gone and hire those horses. I'll be with thee straight. Oh, Juliet, how will I with thee tonight? Apothecary! Apothecary!
The call's so loud.
Come hither, man, and see if thou art poor. Hold. There are 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison.
Such mortal drugs I have, a man with laws, that's any he that others love.
Neither a precious star with thine eyes. The world's not thy friend, nor the world's law. The world affords no law to make thee rich, but to be poor, or break it, and take this.
My poverty, but not my will consents.
I pay thy poverty, not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will. If you have the strength of 20 men, it shall dispatch you straight.
Here's thy gold. Worst poisons to men's souls, doing more murders in this lonesome world. These poor compounds that they mayst not sell. I have sold thee poison, thou hast sold me none. To Juliet's grave, for must I use thee?
Nothing more to be nothing in my clothes. 'Cause if I could see your face once more, I could die a happy man, I'm sure. When you said your last goodbye,
flowers thy bridal bed I strew. Oh woe, a canopy of dust and stones.
What cursed foot wanders this way at night to stop me from thence he who sees a true love's right? Oh, with the torch at hand, oh night, monk me, oh eye. Why it be that banished haughty Montague that killed my love's cousin, which with supposed grief the fair creature died, come to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies? I will apprehend him. Stop thine hallowed toy, vile Montague, obey and go from me, for thou must die.
I must indeed, and therefore came I hither. Good gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Fly hence, be gone, oh leave me. By heaven, I love thee better than myself, for I came hither armed against myself. Stay not, be gone, and live, and hereafter say a madman's mercy bade thee run away.
I do defy thy conjurations, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Will thou provoke me? I'll have of thee, boy.
Oh, I'm slain. Thou be merciful, open my tomb and lie me with Juliet.
Here lies Juliet. How often men at the point of death had they been married, their keepers call a lightning before death. My love, my wife, death had sucked the honey out of thy breath, hath had no power upon thy beauty, is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks. Why didst thou get so fair? I will stay with thee, and never from this palace of dim light depart again. Oh, here will I sit on my everlasting rest. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, the doors of breath, seal with the righteous kiss. Here is to thy love. The drugs are quick, lest with one kiss I die.
I do remember well where I should be. And there I am. Oh, where is my Romeo? What's this? The cup in my true love's hand? Poison I see, at this timeless end. Oh, churl! Drunk all and left no friendly drop to help me after. I will kiss thy lips. Happily yet doth some poison hang on them. Thy lips are warm.
Romeo! Alack, alack, what blood is this?
I hear some noise within. Then I shall be brief. Oh, happy dagger! This is thy sheath. There rust and let me die.
One misadventure so early up that calls our person from our morning's rest.
What should it be that the shrieks so abroad? The people in the streets cry Romeo, some Juliet and some Paris. And thou run with opening outcry towards our monument.
Sovereign, here lies the county Paris slain, and Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, warm and new killed.
Search, seek, and know how this foul murder comes.
Oh heavens! Oh wife! The poor daughter bleeds!
Come, Montague, for thou art so early up to see thy sudden hair early down.
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. Grief and my son's exile have stopped her breath. Wherefore the woe conspires against mine aid.
I will be brief, for my short-dated breath was not as long as the tedious tale. There, Romeo dead was husband to Juliet, and there, Juliet dead was Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom, for whom and not for Tybalt Juliet pined. And then comes she to me, with wild looks and bid me some means to rid her of the second marriage, or there in my cell would she kill herself. Then gave I her a sleeping potion, which so took effect as I intended, for it wrought on her the form of death.
Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. All are punished.
Oh, Brother Monty, you give me that hand.
But I can give thee more. For I will raise her statue of pure gold. Thou well grown up by thy name be known. Thou shalt no figure as such right be said, the true and faithful Juliet.
As rich for Romeo by his lady's lie, 4 sacrifices of enmity.
A gloomy peace with morning it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence, talk more of these sad things. Some will be punished and some pardoned. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
Love struck Romeo, sing the streets and and everybody roll with a love song at it. Give it up for you. Out in the street, there's something like Juliet says, hey, it's Romeo. You nearly gave me a heart attack. Underneath the window, she's singing, hey love, my boyfriend's back. You shouldn't come around here singing up to people like that. Anyway, what you gonna do about it? Juliet, the dice was loaded from the start, and I bet that you exploded in my heart. And I forget when you gonna realize it was just that the time was wrong. Juliet. I'm up on different streets, both the streets are shame. Both good, both me. Yes, and the dream is just the same. Then I dream your dream for you, now your dream is real. How can you look at me as if I were just another one of your deals? You can ball for chains of silver, you can ball for chains of gold, you can ball for pretty strangers, and the promises they hold. You promise me everything, promise me thick and thin, yeah. Now you just say, oh, Romeo. You know, I used to have a scene with him. Juliet, when we made love, he used to cry. I said, I love you like the stars above. I love you till I die. And there's a place for us. You know the movie song. When you're gonna realize it was just that the time was wrong. Like the talk on the TV, and I can't do a love song like the way it's meant to be. I can't do everything, but I'll do anything for you. I can't do anything except be in love with you. And all I do is miss you in the way you used to be. And all I do is keep the beat. Man, comfort me. And all this kissing through the bars of Orion. Juliet, how do the stars with you anytime? Juliet, when we made love, you used to cry. I said I love you like the stars above. I love you main streets of serenade. There ain't everybody love with a love song that he made. You find convenient street light, step aside the shade, says something like, you babe, how bad